Children, as you are in 7th class, you are grown up children, right? Imagine you if you are in 6th class or 4th class or 5th class, how you used to look. You used to look somewhat small or short, very small, right? What do you observe from class 4th to 7th class? Do you have same height in the class of 4th has like now 7? No, there is a change in personality. No, do we find only the changes in our body only? No, just think about it, right? We'll be finding different changes in our surroundings also. Can you give me some examples? What you are observing, the changes in the environment, or when you are coming to it, what you are observing? Yes, you'll be observing that growth of body, very good. Like there is a change in the growth of plants, and there is a change in the climatic conditions. Very good, children. And you can see that sometimes there is a change in the nature as well as climatic conditions, and you may say that there is a change in the fruit also. For example, raw food changes into ripening foods, and you may be seeing that if you see these all different types of changes. So what do we call for these changes? Are they similar to each other? Let us know about it. So they are divided into different groups. What are those? Physical change and chemical change. You are going to learn in this session about a new topic, that is physical change and chemical change, where in this module you will able to learn what are physical changes and what are chemical changes, and how can we differentiate in between them. And we are going to learn about on what basis we will be classifying the physical and chemical changes, and what changes will be observed in case of physical and chemical changes. As I said, there are many changes which we'll be observing in our day-to-day life. For example, while you are cooking your parents are cooking the food materials, there is a change in the taste and natures of the food. As well as we used to see, when there is an evaporation of ice, what will happen? It will changes into a liquid, solids to liquid. And if it is for example, you take an example of iron, when there is a fall of water on it, what will happen? There is a change in color, that is, it changes into an rusted things. So we will observe various changes in our day-to-day life. As we can see here, there is a change in color, whereas in the case of rusting of irons, and there is a change in the state in the case of ice cubes changing into water, and there is a change in the nature of a substance. When you are cooking the food material, there is a total change of it. So do we see the same change in all the cases? No, they are different types. So as I said just now, the changes are of two types. What are those, children? Physical and chemical change. Now let us talk about physical change in detail. First, before that, I just want to ask, what is mean by physical? I mean to ask that, what are the physical properties of a substance? Can you tell me? Yes, they are size, shape. Physical properties means what? Appearance, like size, shape, color, and state of substances. Now, as per that name itself, we can say clearly, physical changes are nothing but the changes where there is a change in physical properties, like color, change in shape, as well as size, as well as the physical properties of a substances. For example, you take here melting of ice. There is a change in the physical property, that solid changes into liquid forms. And vaporization, the liquid is changes into vapors. And dissolution means what here? What is happening in case of dissolution? There is an dissolving of sugars into an solid is changing into liquid forms, dissolutions. Let us do an activity to understand clearly. First, you need to take a piece of paper and make it into any shape. For example, I am making the shape of aeroplane. Now here, what is happening? What is, you can see here, there is change in which property? There is a change in shape. First case, what is the shape of it? It is in square. Now it is changed into an aeroplane shape. Now, can we change this paper again back to its original form? Yes, it can become to its original forms. So as there is a change in only the physical properties, that is change in only the shape. It is considered as physical change. That is, folding of paper is an example of physical change. Now, can we reverse this change here? Yes, we can reverse it. For example, just now we had folded into a shape of aeroplane. Now we are bringing back to its original form. So all the physical changes are reversible changes. We can clearly say that they are temporary change. Why? Because they are coming to its back original place, original forms. So as they are coming back to their original forms, they are also called as temporary change or reversible change. Now children, do we observe, is there any change in chemical composition? No, we cannot see that there is a change in chemical compositions. So we can say clearly that the physical changes are reversible change which are temporary, and there is no change in chemical composition. Let us do one more activity to understand clearly about physical changes. Now here in this case, you have to take a ice cubes and apply a heat over it and heat it gently. What will happen? Yes, you are right. The ice cube changes into waters. If you keep on heating to 100 degrees, what will happen? The liquid state, that is water, changes into vapors. If you condense this vapor on cooling into, what will happen? It will changes into an water droplets. So here what is happening? There is a change in physical property. That is, in this case, as we see that the ice cubes are changes solid to liquid. When you are heating further, the liquid is changing into vapors, and if you are cooling it, what is happening? The vapors are changing back to in liquid. And if you condense, if you cool further at 0 degrees, what you'll see here children? You will see that it will changes into an ice cubes. So here there is a change in its state, that is size and shape. They are changing into size and shape, and we can see here they are reversible change. So we can clearly say that physical changes are reversible and temporary. Now let us do one more activity. Here you need to take a cobalt chloride. What is the color of it here children? It is in pink in color. When you heat, what you are going to observe here? You just heat it gently. What will happen? The color will changes into which color? Very good. It changes into blue color. What is the initial color of cobalt chloride? It is in pink color, right? But on heating, what is happening? It is changing into blue color. When you add drops of water on blue crystals, what will happen? The color will come back to its original form. That is, it changes into an pink color. So here we can say clearly that it is a physical, reversible or irreversible change. It is an physical change. Why? Because there is change in only the physical property. What is that here? There is a change in color. So as it is reversible, so we can say that clearly that physical changes are reversible changes. It is an example of physical changes. Here you can take one more example here, where we can see there is a change in the size of a paper. If you cut a cloth or a paper, what will happen? There is a change only the physical property, that is big cloth is changes into smaller pieces, and there is no change in the chemical properties. Now I have a doubt. Do all the physical properties are, that is physical changes are reversible? Are they not reversible? Irreversible? Let us know about it. Think about it generally. There are some changes where there are some of the examples of physical changes which are irreversible. Can you guess? For example, breaking of glass jar. What will happen here children? When you break the glass jar, it will becomes into an small pieces. That is, it changes into an physical state. That is, there is a change in the size and appearance. Can we get back the glass into a glass jar? Not possible. Is it possible to make the small pieces of glass into an again glass jar? No. So we can say that there are some possibilities, there are some examples which are physical and irreversible changes. Now children, it is your task to find out other examples which are physical but irreversible. Got it clear, children? As we can see, many are physical reversible, but rarely we'll see that there are some changes which are physical but they are irreversible. Overall, what we have learned, children? Very good. In a physical change, no new substances are formed, and there is a change only in the physical properties of a substances, like change in color, state and physical properties, as well as there is a change in appearance. Now, we had learned clearly about that physical changes are temporary and reversible. That is, they can be reversed by simple physical processes. Now we had learned one more thing, is that physical changes are mostly reversible. Got it clear? What are the characteristics of a physical changes now? Understand, children? Now let us talk about other change, that is chemical changes. Children, if you burn a paper or if you burn a crackers, what will form here? It forms ash. Does it is a physical change? No. Why we are not saying it is a physical change? Because here we cannot get it back. Here what is happening? A new substance is forming. What is that here? That is a ash is forming. It is a chemical change where there is a change in chemical composition. Here burning of papers into an ash, which leads to the formation of a new substance called ash. So can you give other examples overall here? Yes, there are many examples like respiration, digestion of food, which are all come under chemical changes. Here the given examples are come under reversible or irreversible change. They are irreversible change. Why? Because it is not possible to get it back into an original form. So overall we can say that a change in which a new substances are formed from the original substances which are entirely different from it. These changes are known as chemical changes, and they are all are irreversible changes. So we can say clearly that chemical changes is nothing but there is a change in chemical nature and they are permanent. Why we are saying it has a permanent change? Why? Because it is not possible to get it back into an original form. As it is an irreversible change, we can say clearly that chemical changes are permanent changes and they are irreversible changes. Now let us know about it clearly by doing small activities. For this activity, you need to take a magnesium ribbon and thin strips of blue and red litmus and a sandpaper, a pair of tons as well as Bunsen burner and a beaker and distilled water as well as a watch glasses. Now these are the requirements which we needed. Now after taking that, what you have to do means take a piece of magnesium ribbon and burn it over a flame. What do you observe here, children? You will see that a white ash is formed. Do you know how it is formed here? When magnesium ribbon is burned in the air, there is a presence of oxygen. This magnesium will react with an oxygen which leads to the formation of white ash which is collected in the watch glass. This white ash is known as magnesium oxide. This can be represented by a small equation. Now you have to collect this white ash, that is magnesium oxide, in an watch glass. After this you have to take a beaker containing water, 30 ml of water. Add this white ash in a beaker and mix it gently. After mixing thoroughly, what you have to do means you have to use litmus paper to test. Now here what you are going to use? First we have to use red litmus. Here what is happening? The change of color of red litmus into blue we can see over here. Now use the blue litmus. Do we observe any change here? No. We can see clearly there is a change in color in case of red litmus only. And what do we come to know clearly from this activity, children? Very good. We can see that there is a formation of new product, that is magnesium oxide is formed when magnesium burns and it reacts with oxygen. During burning of this magnesium, you will hear a sound also, dazzling sound you can hear in this case. So we can clearly come to know it, and along with that we will see that there is an evolution of heat and light also. So we can say that the change proceed with the evolution of heat and light also. Now got it clear, children? The change is permanent. We call it as it is a permanent change. Why we are saying it is a permanent change? Because a new substance is formed which cannot be reversed. Can we get back the ribbon of magnesium back here? No. So we can say clearly that it is a permanent change and irreversible. Got it clear, children? And here, when magnesium oxides enters into a chemical reaction with the water, what do you observe here? We will see that there is a formation of magnesium hydroxide. That is the reason the change of red litmus turns into a blue, which indicates it is an basic in nature. The magnesium hydroxide is formed when the magnesium oxide react with water. Got it clear, children? Let us do one more activity to understand clearly. For this activity, you need to take copper sulfate solution, water, a beaker, dilute sulfuric acid, an iron nail and a test tubes. So here first what we have to do, children, here means we have to take a beaker and fill it with water. Then what we have to do, we have to add copper sulfate solution to it and mix it out, and after that add dilute sulfuric acid drop by drop by the help of dropper. What do you observe here? There is a formation of blue color solution. Now you divide this solution into two equal halves in two different beakers. Next, after that you have to place an iron nail. As you can see here, what we have to do, we have to place an iron nail in one of the beaker as shown here. Now what will happen after 1 hour? Just keep it aside. Without any disturbance, you have to keep it aside. What do you observe here? In the first case, that is in beaker 1, we observe that the solution turns into green. Compare this solution with the other beaker. What will happen? You will see that there is a formation of green color in case of beaker 1. Now why do it happens? Do you know what happens here? We observe that the blue color of a copper sulfate solution changes into light green in color, and we can see that the brown deposit is formed on the iron nail. Why it happens? Because due to the chemical reaction between the acidulated copper sulfate solution and the iron nail, which produces two new products, that is two new substances are formed, that is iron sulfate and copper. The iron sulfate solution is in green in color, whereas the brown deposit on the iron nail is of due to the copper. Now this change is a chemical change. Why we are considering it as a chemical change? Because a new substance are formed which cannot be reversible, and they are quite different from the original forms. As we can see, there is a formation of new substances. Along with that, we observe there is an change in color. So here we can say that chemical change is occurred along with the change in color also. Got it clear, children? Now let us do one more activity to understand clearly. For this activity, we need to take vinegar, that is acetic acid, CH3COOH is a formula, and you need to take baking soda, and what is the other name of it? Sodium bicarbonate, that is the formula is NaHCO3. And you need to take a plastic bottle, matchbox, as well as you have to take a balloon and vinegar, as I said, and sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda. Got it clear, children? And along with that, you have to make sure that balloon should be in bigger in size, and you have to use a funnel. You can use a small size funnel also. As we are not getting right now, we are using the big funnel over here. Now first case, what you have to do means you have to open the baking soda and open the cover, and you have to fill this baking soda in a balloon. How can you fill this baking soda? With the help of funnel. Here we have to fix the mouth of the balloon towards a funnel so that it should not be removed easily. Fix it properly, and in this balloon we have to pour the sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda. How? By using the help of funnel, and collect this baking soda, that is sodium bicarbonate, in a balloon by using an funnel. After this, what you have to do means you have to remove the balloon from a funnel. Next, you have to take a vinegar, and you have taken empty plastic bottle. Pour this vinegar in a plastic bottle as shown in the video. After pouring this vinegar in a plastic empty bottle, then we have to take an balloon which contains sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda. Fix this balloon to the mouth of the bottle in such a way that there should not be any gap between this, as shown in the video. After fixing it out, next you have to keep it aside, and then you have to pour this baking soda which is present in the balloon in an that is in the bottle which contains vinegar. What do you observe here? Let us see. Now what am I doing here? Balloon contains what? It contains baking soda. Now what the bottle contains? Vinegar. When you add this baking soda in an bottle which contains vinegar, what is happening towards the balloon? The balloon starts inflating. Why do though it happens? Because in this case a chemical reaction will take place which leads to the formation of a new substances as well as a formation of a gas, that is the carbon dioxide is evolved. Due to that evolution of carbon dioxide gas, the balloon starts inflating. As you can see here, what makes here to form a carbon dioxide here? As we know that when vinegar, that is acetic acid, is reacted with the baking soda, it leads to the formation of sodium acetate and carbon dioxide as well as water. Due to the formation of carbon dioxide gas, the balloon starts inflating. This reaction can be represented by an word equation, that is when acetic acid, that is vinegar, is reacted with the sodium bicarbonate, that is baking soda, what will happen? It leads to the formation of CO2, as I said, as well as it leads to the formation of water and sodium acetate. And as it is a chemical process, we can call it as chemical reaction, that is has a new product, that is sodium acetate, is formed. Due to that, this reaction is considered to be an chemical changes. Why? Because it cannot be reversible and a new substance is formed, and along with that we can see that evolution of carbon dioxide gas can be seen in this. So overall we can say that a change in which one or more new substances are formed is called a chemical change, and they are permanent change which cannot be reversible. So we can say them as an irreversible changes. In this case we had seen that a lot of energy is absorbed or released out in the form of heat or light. So we can say that in case of chemical changes, we observe that the heat might be the energy might be the absorbed or given out. In the chemical change, not only the physical properties, even the chemical composition of a substances will be changed. So here, along with the formation of a new substances, we had seen that there is a change in color, state, temperature, etc. So we can clearly say that a chemical changes may accompany with the formation of a new substances along with the change in color, state, etc. Got it clear, children? Now let us conclude what we have learned in this module, where we have learned about physical changes and chemical changes. The changes are of two types, that is about physical and chemical changes. In physical changes, there is a change in only the physical properties, and it is reversible, mostly reversible, and it is also known as temporary change. Understand, children? Whereas in the case of chemical changes, we had seen that there is a change in chemical composition and new substances are formed in case of chemical changes, and it is also known as permanent change. In this case, we had learned about it. A large amount of energy is released or absorbed. Both the physical and chemical properties are changed in case of chemical changes, and we had studied about that chemical changes are accompanied by the formation of new substances. Along with that, we see that there is a change in color, state, and there is a change in temperature. Thank you.